here we are. Nice to see you all again. Not that I can see you, but nice that you can see me. So, let me ask you something really quickly. Okay, when you log into your marketing dashboards, your Google Analytics, your CRM systems, your social media reports, and etc., do you actually know what you're looking at? Do those numbers mean something to you? Can you gain some insights that are actionable that you can think, right, I'm going to do something with that number? Or are you staring at them really hard for a long period of time, hoping that magically the answer will appear? All right, so sit with that one. Today, I'm going to share the exact reason why your marketing feels unpredictable, and the numbers, they are not the problem. In fact, by the end of this live, you'll see data in the same. You'll not see data in the same way again. I'm hoping that I'll completely transform your view on those numbers, and you'll finally understand what to do with those numbers. Does that sound good? All right, let's go. So, this week has been hot here in the UK. Scorchio, very hot. Luckily, I live near the North Sea, which is like a natural aircon. So, open the windows, instant aircon, happy days. Some numbers are more fun than others, aren't they? So, let me tell you that numbers haven't always been my friend. I am what they call a qualitative thinker. I like data that comes in the form of facts, and not necessarily figures. So, as my story goes, is I love stories. I love stories, and I love how facts and actions that people take can lead to different observations, insights. I love feelings and opinions, and I also love a client win. I love lots of clients' wins. But feelings didn't grow my business, and neither did a love of all of those things that I've just described. Data did. Not at first. It took a while. At first, the numbers really felt like a little bit like judgy and a little bit uncomfortable, and sometimes a little bit like rejection. Gross profit, net profit, cost per lead. I used to avoid those numbers until I couldn't anymore, because at some point, every business owner, every person that's in business hits the moment where their gut instinct just isn't enough. Where you realize, if I don't understand my numbers, I don't understand my business. So here's what most people get wrong about data analysis in marketing. They think the more data, the better their decisions are. But that's a lie. In reality, more data really just gives you more ways to be confused, wood for the trees feeling. What you need isn't more information. What you really need is more clarity. Your brain craves clarity. When you start filtering your numbers through the right lens, everything starts to shift. You stop chasing the vanity metrics, the impressions, the likes. You start spotting real opportunities. You can make faster, clearer, more confident decisions. And here's the reframe I want you to try on. I don't need to be a numbers person. I just need to know which numbers matter. Let that one land for a second, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which numbers matter and how to read them in a way that gives you control. So let's break it down. Here are 5 data points that can change how you market forever, completely changed. The first one, cost per lead. What does it actually really cost you to generate one quality inquiry? Not clicks, not impressions, actual leads. Okay? 2, traffic source. Where are your best leads coming from? Not where the most visitors come from or the most likes, where the buyers come from. Number 3, funnel drop off. Where along your customer journey are people losing interest? Now, look at the pages that they visit just before they disappear. That in itself, just number 3, if you just do that one thing today, it's a gold mine, okay? 4, time to scale. So you're from first click, time to sale. Did I say scale? I just heard myself then. Number 4 is time to sale, from how long it takes for them to actually find you and then buy from you. From first click to invoice, how long is that journey? Okay, it tells you if your messaging is doing the heavy lifting for you. It tells you if your messaging is actually connecting and resonating with them. Number 5, the lead source quality. How you might have 3 different lead sources, but only one brings in real buyers. So your lead source quality, all right? Find it, double down on it. That again, if you just take 3 and 5 and action those 2 things, you are sitting on actual cash in your bank. When you get these 5 straight right, you can cut out perhaps 80% of your marketing activity and still get better results than you are currently getting. Okay? Seriously. And I'm being 100% genuine now. Not that I'm not always 100% genuine. You know that I always give it to you straight. This is for sure this is given to you as straight as it comes. Right. So, maybe this sounds overwhelming. Does it? Does it sound overwhelming? If it sounds overwhelming, I want you to know something. You're not behind. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not bad at marketing. You've just been looking at the data in the wrong way. You're looking at the right data, but in the wrong way. You're looking at the right numbers, but interpreting them slightly differently than you should. So, and that's most businesses do that. So most business owners I work with feel this way. Even the 6, 7, 8 figures businesses, especially the ones with teams. But once we run a diagnostic and give them the right data lens, everything can be pulled back in and everything changes. The cash starts landing where it deserved to be in your bank account. So it goes from, we don't know what's working, we're not sure, it could be this, it could be that, to here's exactly what's working and here's what we're going to do next. And that's when marketing finally stops feeling like pressure and a burden and a real drag and starts feeling like progress, results, achievement. Okay. So if you're sitting there thinking, I've got these numbers, I just don't know what they mean, I would love to invite you to book an insight session with me in 45 minutes. We'll review your numbers. We will review your current situation, your business. I can help you spot the gaps and give you a focused plan to get you on track straight away. All right, no jargon, no fluff, no fluff, no guessing, no pressure, no sales pitch. Just if you're ready for something more structured, let's get on a call. And if you're ready to jump in to work with me, then apply to come onto my MeWow Marketing Accelerator program, the online group program where I take you through the 8 steps to marketing success through my MeWow Marketing Blueprint. We'll help you build a marketing machine that purrs like a kitten, not a marketing hamster wheel that burns you out. So the link to that is in my bio, in my profile, and I'll leave you with that. If you can't get a hold of that, please feel free to WhatsApp me or direct message me and I will send that on. So I'll leave you with this last thought. The numbers aren't lying. You're just reading them wrong. So let's fix that. Thanks for joining me today. It's been great to speak to you, and I will see you next time. Bye.